If you're a teenager, a student, or a young adult, these 7 financial lessons could save you from years of financial stress and help you build a better future. 1. Pay your future self first. Let me tell you something that took me a long time to understand. Most people think they have a spending problem. In reality, many of them have a system problem. When people get paid, they usually spend on food, entertainment, online shopping, subscriptions, and whatever catches their attention. Then, at the end of the month, they look at what's left and call that their savings. The problem is that there is usually nothing left. Behavioral economists have studied this phenomenon for years and found that humans naturally prioritize immediate rewards over future benefits. Psychologists call this present bias. In simple terms, your brain values pleasure today more than security tomorrow. That's why saving money isn't really about discipline. It's about creating a system that works even when your discipline fails. Imagine 2 people earning exactly the same income. One saves first and spends what remains. The other spends first and saves what remains. 5 years later, their lives may look completely different. Instead of asking, how much can I save this month, ask, how much can I automatically set aside before I have the chance to spend it? Your future self is depending on the decisions you're making today. 2. Stop buying things to impress people who aren't thinking about you. This lesson may sound harsh, but it can save you thousands throughout your life. Many young people spend money trying to create an image: the newest phone, the trendiest clothes, the most expensive shoes, the fancy lifestyle posted online. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are too busy worrying about their own lives to think about yours. Researchers in psychology call this the spotlight effect. We tend to believe that other people notice us far more than they actually do. Yet many people go into debt trying to buy things they believe others will admire. The wealthiest people are not always the ones who look wealthy. In fact, studies on millionaires have repeatedly found that many drive ordinary cars, live below their means, and prioritize investments over appearances. Real wealth is what people don't see. It's the savings account nobody posts online, the investments nobody brags about, the financial freedom nobody notices. 3. Invest in skills before you invest in status. One of the biggest financial mistakes young people make is believing that money creates success. In reality, valuable skills create money. Think about it. A person can lose their wallet, their job, or even their business. But if they possess valuable skills, they can rebuild. Economists often refer to this as human capital, which means the knowledge, abilities, and experiences that increase your earning potential. The modern economy rewards people who solve problems. Whether it's communication, sales, coding, video editing, writing, digital marketing, graphic design, or leadership skills, create opportunities that money alone cannot buy. Imagine spending money on clothes that lose value after a few months. Now imagine spending that same amount learning a skill that helps you earn more every year for the rest of your life. One purchase decreases in value, the other compounds. 4. Be careful with debt because it steals from your future. Debt is one of the few financial decisions that allows your present self to take resources away from your future self. That doesn't mean all debt is bad. Some debt can help people build businesses, acquire education, or purchase assets that appreciate over time. The danger comes from borrowing money for things that quickly lose value. Many people experience what psychologists call hedonic adaptation. The excitement of a purchase fades much faster than expected. A new phone feels amazing for a few weeks. A new gadget feels exciting for a short time. Then it becomes normal, but the debt remains. What was once excitement becomes monthly payments. Financial stress is one of the leading causes of anxiety around the world, and often it's not caused by a lack of income, but by obligations that continue long after the satisfaction has disappeared. Before taking on debt, ask yourself, Will this purchase improve my future, increase my income, or appreciate in value? 5. Build an emergency fund before you think you need one. Most people don't realize the importance of an emergency fund until an emergency happens. The problem is that emergencies rarely send invitations. One day, a family member gets sick. Another day, your vehicle breaks down. Sometimes a job disappears when you least expect it. Financial researchers consistently find that people with emergency savings experience less stress and recover faster from unexpected setbacks. Why? Because money doesn't just buy things. It buys time. It buys options. It buys the ability to make decisions without panic. Imagine facing a serious problem while knowing you have resources available. Now compare that with facing the same problem while having no savings at all. The situation may be identical, but the emotional experience is completely different. An emergency fund is not a sign that you expect bad things to happen. It's a sign that you understand life happens. 6. Start investing early because time is the most powerful investment tool. When you're young, you probably don't have much money, but you have something even more valuable: time. Many people believe investing is only for the wealthy. In reality, investing rewards consistency more than wealth. The reason is compound growth. Money earns returns, and then those returns begin earning returns of their own. Over long periods, this creates growth that can seem almost unbelievable. Imagine two people. One starts investing a small amount at age 20 and remains consistent. The other waits until age 30 before starting. Even if the second person invests more money later, the first person often ends up ahead simply because they started earlier. That's the power of time. You don't have to invest huge amounts. You don't need to become an expert overnight. What matters most is developing the habit of investing consistently. 7. Protect your time as if it were money. If I could teach only one financial lesson to young people, it might be this one. Money can be replaced, but time cannot. You can lose money and earn it back. You can recover from financial mistakes. But every hour that passes is gone forever. The wealthiest individuals in the world understand this deeply. That's why they focus on learning, building, creating, and developing themselves. Many young people spend years consuming entertainment, but very little time developing skills, knowledge, relationships, or opportunities. Every hour spent on one activity is an hour that cannot be spent somewhere else. The question isn't whether something is enjoyable. The question is what you're giving up in exchange for it. Read books, learn skills, build relationships, take care of your health, invest in your mind. The greatest financial asset you possess is not your wallet, your bank account, or your investments. It's your ability to use your time wisely. And the earlier you understand that, the greater your advantage becomes.